It's Thursday, June the 23rd, and you're tuned in to the TNIAB podcast. I'm Vince.
I'm Anthony.
And this is the Geek Chic Culture Show. We talk about all the cool things in the whole wide world. Happy summer, everybody. Happy summer. It's officially the summer, and it sure feels like it.
It's too much.
Just like clockwork.
It's too much.
June 20th rolled around.
It's so hot.
And we got immediate heat warnings.
Yeah. Like, we're in the 40s Celsius.
Yikes.
Which I don't know what that is Fahrenheit for all you America kids.
Yeah, but the worst part is we also have like 95% humidity.
So those Great Lakes, baby.
Oh my God, it's brutal out there.
It's been an average of like 105 Fahrenheit, 106 Fahrenheit.
Is that what it worked out
Yeah,
to be?
I googled it.
Yeah, it's nuts out there. On my commute home today, the AC broke on the train.
Ew.
It sucked.
Gross.
I just tried to sleep.
It's too hot.
I mean, I got through half of it, but then I woke up and it was
Sweaty.
It was too hot. Yeah, it was gross.
Drenched.
It was gross. So I have another
Update
on.
the spread eagle man.
So I actually didn't see him this week.
Oh, that's not an update.
I don't. Isn't it?
I guess technically it is an update, but it's not a fun one.
Maybe he got let go.
She probably should be.
No, I have a worse update.
Oh God!
So-
Someone pooped in the urinal.
No. I don't know. I've never had this happen to me, but I was at the urinal this time. Okay, there's three. I'm on the one that's to the left.
Yes,
Okay, I'm doing
the
whatever.
very left.
Yeah, and I hear the door open. Some guy comes in. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Guy comes in. He proceeds to check the urinals,
Okay,
like head in, looking at them.
like you're talking. Okay, you said urinal, right?
Yeah.
Not like I'm going into the stall and checking the stall.
No, like he's like investigating each one of them.
Okay.
I see a head from my peripheral pop up over my shoulder. Some man is inspecting.
Did you kick him in the balls?
And I was like, dude. He's like, oh, sorry. I was just taking a look at the... I'm like...
The urinal?
At the what? And he said the urinal. I'm like, that was so weird.
Dude, you just got sexually harassed.
Yeah, I was like, what the
That's an HR violation.
fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. That was my story of the week.
Dude, go to HR.
I don't even know who it was.
Dude, find out.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Who let him in? Maybe he's like a straggler from like someone used the key pass and he just
Probably.
tailgated in there.
We've had that problem before.
Yeah, in our building, we have like an alarm system that pops off. So if somebody tries to go in behind you without scanning, it goes like, burp, burp, burp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're not that sophisticated.
Exactly.
I just let people in.
What are you here for? Spread the word of Jehovah? No problem.
Sounds good. Yeah, anyways. Hey, guess what?
What?
The video game news is almost over.
Almost.
Almost. We got a couple of small announcements this week, but it's almost over. Did you see the big IGN interview about Final Fantasy 16?
No, I did not because I don't pay attention to IGN. So,
Okay, but they revealed a whole bunch of stuff.
like,
It's not open world.
oh, well, wait,
What?
like, what do you mean open world?
It's not like 15.
Good. Okay, that's better because they don't know how to make open world games.
Your party's members
Yes.
are all AI controlled.
Okay. I read something about your party members being equipable.
Yeah, you switch them out. What are you talking about?
No, like they're like items you equip on your person.
Oh,
And, like-
are you sure that's not the icons?
Maybe. I don't know. I heard some like Twitter thing about for people who are newer to games, they added this thing in where you can add these equipped items which give you AI controlled party members.
No, they're all AI controlled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you focus because you only play as the main character.
Big yikes.
And there's a dog. I'm sure that'll make a lot of people happy.
That's a bonus. Can I pet the dog?
I think the dog might be a party member.
Cool.
So
Does he talk?
no
Is he
word.
red?
No word.
Is he the 13th dog?
I have no idea.
All right.
Couldn't tell you. That was the Final Fantasy stuff.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And there was something about the game being delayed, or like one of the announcement trailers being delayed because of the Ukraine war or something. They didn't want to show like war imagery during that stuff.
I mean, like, yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I get it. But also, no.
I forget who wrote it, but I did see an interesting article the other day about it was interviews with Call of Duty developers on what it's like to create a gun-focused game in the wake of like a bunch of mass shootings
And
stuff. They don't like it. But it isn't. I gotta find the article. I don't remember what it was. Maybe I'll send it to you later.
yeah, okay. Yeah, and then some Overwatch news was out today
Who cares?
or the other day. I don't know.
Dead game.
Beta's out 28th.
Okay.
I think you'll be able to play as Junker Queen. Oh, they revealed her abilities.
So what does she do?
I can't remember.
Does she have a grenade launcher? Or does she just have? Is she just melee? She have a gun?
She's a tank, but she doesn't have shields. She has heal. She just gives you 100 armor.
Oh, that's cool.
Like
she throws junk at you.
No. It's she roars and that's it.
So she
has AOE heals.
She just does a war cry, and then you become tougher through motivation.
You become tougher and faster.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah,
offensive tank. That sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, I think that's one of her abilities, and then I don't know what else she has. Some other stuff. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Dude, I thought you were the Overwatch pro. The Overwatch
she has
fan.
a shot. I'll tell you next week when I'm playing it.
Oh my god! All right.
Yeah, they've outlined what's going to happen with Overwatch 2.
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch 2 just replaces Overwatch 1.
Yep.
So there is no Overwatch 1. So if you have Overwatch 1, great. You get a special set of skins and stuff when it migrates over. But this means that anybody who wants to play Overwatch, you could just play because it's free to play.
What if I have my Overwatch 1 disc on the PS4?
Great.
So like when I boot that up, it'll just patch to Overwatch 2?
No, you just have a separate client.
Interesting. Okay.
Like it just becomes a downloadable client. You don't need your disc.
But what if I put the disc in? Can I still play Overwatch 1 if I put the disc in?
You could put it in, but I think what'll happen is that the servers will just go down.
What if I play it offline?
How?
I don't know.
That game doesn't have an offline mode.
Oh, shit.
You're done.
Oh, man.
You're done. It's over.
So you're telling me I can put Overwatch up on the shelf alongside Mag?
Yep.
God damn. Dude, online gaming's rough.
What are you talking about? Overwatch is still around. It's called Overwatch 2.
Want to play Overwatch 1?
If you had, like we said, they're getting rid of loot boxes last time.
It's all battle passes?
Yeah, it's battle passes and a store, cosmetic store.
Yes.
But if you still have loot boxes,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're just sitting on hundreds of loot boxes, the day before Overwatch 2 goes live, they automatically open all your boxes at once.
All right.
And they apply all your goodies to your account,
Uh-huh.
and those get all brought over with you to Overwatch 2.
Okay.
So
all right. That's not bad.
Either open it yourself or let them
Or
do
let
it
the
for
system do it.
Yeah. If you're carrying currency, those will transfer over with you, and they'll just convert it to whatever their store currency is.
You know what I've been getting recommended on YouTube lately?
What's up?
Like gotcha openings. So like they're not even commentated. It's just like, here's a 2-minute video of me doing 3 10 pulls
That makes sense.
in a gotcha game.
That makes sense.
And that's it. That's the whole video.
That makes sense.
That's crazy.
You love cards.
Yeah, but those are physical items.
Yeah, same thing.
All right.
Same thing. You buy a booster, same
I
shit.
get a sick JPEG.
Same thing. It's just easier to watch.
I guess.
No?
I guess.
Yeah, you love opening shit.
I do love opening
Yeah,
things.
see?
That's very fun.
So I can see why they recommended you that. Okay.
Oh, the algorithm got me. Oh, God.
They know. As much as you try to hide, they know.
Disgusting.
And then, just for a bit of fun, in this week, 2 YouTubers have decided to take their engineering skills to the test.
To the limit.
First one, I forget his name, but he built a giant Xbox Series X, huge. It's 2 meters tall. That's over 6 feet. And it's a real working Xbox. Now, I will admit, the way he went about it is not as impressive as
His name
it
is
seems.
Michael Pick.
Yeah, it's not as impressive as it seems, only because what he did was he just took a regular Xbox and he attached a whole bunch of like levers and pulleys that are controlled with an Arduino.
Yeah, and they send wireless signals to a robot that
Yeah,
presses a
so
button.
effectively he made a giant remote control. That's basically what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it's a cool sight to behold. He won a Guinness World Record. Great stuff.
Mhm.
The other guy from DIY Perks,
Matthew,
yeah. I talked about this guy before when he did the brass PS5 and he did the breathing PC and the PC in a desk / monitor.
Yeah.
Well, he's back. This
In
time he said,
pod
and he's like, PS5's too fat.
It's too fat.
I want to make it slim.
Okay.
And he says, we're still too early for a PS5 Slim, so I'll do it myself.
All right.
And all I'll say is, guys, he set out with a goal to make his entire console 2 centimeters thick.
That's okay.
And I will tell you right now, it's slimmer than that.
It's slimmer.
It's slimmer than that. 2 centimeters. So that's 2 centimeters is definitely less than an inch, because I think an inch is 2.2.
I'll believe you.
So yeah, check it out. It's pretty interesting how he went about it.
Mm-hmm.
There is a huge caveat that you will see that he had to do, but he does have an argument as to why he had to take it. Because and if you go back to the PS2 Slim, Sony did the same thing. They took out the power supply,
Hell yeah.
right? So that's more or less what he did here. But he did something else that you may or may not be a fan of in order to make this work.
I honestly don't know why all systems aren't made with the power supply outside of the system, but
Because it's cheaper to replace the cable,
okay.
right? You could just use your PC cable.
But don't all those, I guess it'd only be bad if the back part of the cable, or the back part of the cable that's connected to the brick. Because always, like, when they have power supply cables, usually there's another, like, in between, right? Like, you got to connect something to the power supply.
Yeah.
So I guess, would it matter? Like, I don't know how often our power supplies break.
It's just another thing to carry. People don't like carrying that stuff.
Fair enough.
Right?
You're still technically carrying it. It's just inside the console.
Yeah, but it's not awkward,
All right.
right? Like, it's the argument of, like, would you carry a really small, heavy cube or just or, like, the same weight but the size of a mattress?
A mattress?
Yeah.
It's not that big.
Right? Like, that's so awkward to carry, right? Get through door. Like, it's the same. I know, like, my example is very exaggerated, but that's the idea, right? People like less parts, less complexity.
Right.
I mean, that's why I like USB charging laptops, right? That's pretty cool.
Got one right here.
I know.
You should get one. PC gang.
MacBook.
Dude, laptop, though.
MacBook,
Let me
though.
tell you about Linux.
Let me tell you about the M2.
The M2 Plus Ultra
Yeah, exactly.
Pro Max.
You know that they have a thing in their OS where if you're watching a video and the video has text, you could highlight the text in the video
What? That's pretty cool.
and you could, like, copy and paste it into whatever, like a WordPad.
Huh.
Yeah, I was like, that's so useful for, like, I guess students now, but
Yeah, like dictation and stuff.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think a lot of, because when I was back in university, the one thing every teacher said was, don't record the lecture. Because my lecture is like intellectual property
okay.
kind of thing. Some people got caught.
As long as you don't distribute it.
Yeah. Some people got caught.
But I guess, like, yeah, if you're just watching a video, right? Say, like, you're watching a coding video and some guy puts the code up on the screen, you can just copy that directly from the video, put it into wherever. And, like, I know a whole bunch of, like, programmers use Linux anyway, right?
Right.
Or whatever, their
Nice.
MacBooks. But so, yeah. But it's a cool little feature. Anyways, that's off topic. I don't know what I was saying. PS5 Slim, cool. Check it out.
Yeah, that I saw like a little pictures and stuff, and this thing is
Slim.
tiny. Yeah,
It's
so
slim.
I think I'll watch that later for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you've seen a PS5 breakdown video, right?
I think I saw the official one when Sony did it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
There's a lot of parts. There's a lot of pieces.
Yeah, but, like, honestly, the reason it's so big is the heatsink.
Heatsink fan.
And it also
Power
has
supply.
a really huge and awkwardly shaped power supply.
Interesting.
Like, it's very weirdly
It's like an
shaped.
octagon.
No. Oh, an octagon symmetrical.
This is not symmetrical.
This is certainly not symmetrical.
Weird. I wonder what the design idea is behind that.
I think it was just to fit.
Okay.
They just had to put it in as the best
Okay.
way they could. But yeah, those were my quick picks.
All right. I got a couple quick picks, but I have more of them.
Oh, do you now?
So where do I want to start? Let's start with the Nintendo Direct that happened.
Ah, yes.
I didn't watch it.
Neither did I.
It was all about Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I heard.
And after trying to play Xenoblade Chronicles X and Xenoblade Chronicles 2,
But you didn't play one?
I didn't play 1. I kind of gave up,
Okay.
and I was just like, I'll see what happens with this game. It kind of looks like the same, more the same.
Mm-hmm.
So this is only a topic if it hasn't happened before. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So in the past season passes for DLC and stuff, or not season passes, just DLC in general, was DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles games separate pieces, or was it you had to buy a season pass and that's the only way you can buy it?
You mean like you could only buy it through the season pass?
Yeah, like if you wanted the DLC that came out with the game, you couldn't buy them piecemeal. You had to buy a season pass and get everything. There's no other option.
No, I think in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it was a standalone expansion.
Okay, so they've announced for this game
Yeah.
that if you want the brand new story scenario,
Yeah.
that it comes out December 31st, 2023,
Yeah.
you have to buy the season pass.
Okay.
The first piece of DLC will come out July 29th this year, and it'll be a bunch of like colors and items and stuff. Then at the end of the year, releasing by December 31st of this year, you get some challenge battles, a new hero, new quests. After that, releasing April 30th, 2023, more challenge battles, more heroes, new outfits, and then releasing by December 31st next year,
Yeah.
brand new story scenario.
Wow.
But you can only buy the season pass. There is no option for piecemeal, which I thought was kind of a bold move.
I mean, how much is the DLC or the season pass?
Season pass is $30, 30 American.
Okay. Okay, so I have two thoughts here. In terms of like the principle of this, you're right. This is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would do this.
And I don't know if anybody else who's only brought out something through a season pass. Usually if you get a season pass, you get something bonus rather than it being the only way to access this extra content.
Yeah. At the same time, Battle Pass exists.
Yeah, but usually those games are free and it's optional to get those stuff. So
I mean, the difference is you're guaranteed everything in this pass. The Battle Pass you have to actually play.
you should be doing anyways. But if you buy a battle pass, you should probably try and get the whole battle pass.
No.
If you're buying the Primo battle pass, probably.
I don't
try and get
know.
the
Like
whole thing.
I think if you're buying a premium Battle Pass, the idea that now you're obligated to complete it, like the time commitment is just so huge.
The only time I've ever bought a premium battle pass in Apex, I completed the whole thing up till 110.
How long did that take you?
Like a month.
How many hours?
I don't know. I didn't keep track, but I think I have under 100 hours in Apex.
See, that's ridiculous.
Like
That's a lot of
think I
time.
have, like,
That's a lot of
50
time.
hours in Apex.
Most people don't have that, right?
They shouldn't be playing Apex then. You shouldn't be gambling.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't like the idea that you have to buy all the pieces of DLC to get the one DLC you want.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's priced like any other piece of DLC I would have expected to be.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if I care.
I think certain expansions that I've seen are like $30 just for the expansion.
Yeah, or like,
And
who's
so-
to say that when the story comes out, it's $30? I just look at it as I'm buying the story expansion, and all this other stuff is just a bonus.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, it could just be the wording on everything, like how you interpret it all.
Japan's also not very great at that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, and also to be fair, like these games are like hundreds of hours, like minimum, and the DLC that has come out for the previous two games that I've paid attention to have seemed to be pretty substantial in terms of like what you have to do to beat these challenges. Like, it depends on if you just think they're time sinks or you think they're fun.
Yeah.
But it is a decent amount of content. But I just thought that it was a weird thing to just put it as a single pass.
Yeah, that is weird.
And no other option. But there was more Xenoblade stuff. It looked like a JRPG. Looked pretty cool.
Just the one with the flute, right?
Yeah, and you can change classes mid battle.
Okay.
To do stuff. It's wild. You'd have to watch the
Yeah.
You'd have to watch like the whole direct. But
Side note: did you know that the Switch has a Crunchyroll app?
What?
I didn't know that.
The Switch has video apps.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Same.
My coworker was showing me. He's like, "Yeah," because when I watched it on the train or the subway,
Yeah.
and I get home and plop, I'm like,
I guess that makes
I'm like,
sense.
oh, that's genius.
Now you got to hook up your Switch again.
Except, if it doesn't matter what screen you're watching on, it always records where you stop.
What do you mean?
Like if I'm watching on my phone, if I stop, when I pick it back up on my Apple TV or my PlayStation or my PC, I pick up anyway.
Well, listen, not everybody's as privileged as you to have an Apple TV. All right.
I feel like everybody has a PC.
they have something.
Yeah.
An Amazon Fire Stick.
Yeah,
like something.
Everybody has something.
Chromecast, whatever.
Yeah.
Fair enough. PlayStation.
Oh, the big boys.
The big boys. Is one of the latest companies to back out of Gamescom.
Fair enough.
So Gamescom is the Germany, the Europe E3 basically. We just had Summer Games Fest, which I think put up record numbers, like by far, like millions of hours watched or some shit.
Yeah.
And it seems right now that Gamescom is slowly becoming the next E3 in terms of it dying. It's not as bad as E3 where they're like canceling stuff, and they also have still like a couple pretty decently sized companies coming. Like I think Bandai Namco is still there, THQ Nordic is still coming. Like people who make some pretty significant games. But alongside Nintendo, Activision Blizzard, and Take-Two, Sony has said that they will not return to Gamescom.
Makes sense.
So you would think that because COVID's over, that the physical events are going to start coming back.
No.
But I think that it's really funny because the way I think about it is that corporations have realized that they can work from home and they don't want to go back to the office.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's
like
it.
corporations, like going to trade shows is like they're going to the office and they're like, we can work from home. We don't have to do that. We can hold everything at our own pace.
No,
Hell
I
yeah.
think it has 100% to do with the medium. Like, there's literally no reason to have a conference for video games. At least in person.
There's no reason for me to go into the office.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you
I'm just
talking
trying to make this analogy keep going.
about? No. But like, yeah, we've talked about this before. I don't believe video game conferences are quite needed, especially in today's day and age.
Yeah, I think a lot of it will probably, like even Summer Games Fest, even though it's all digital and it's just like Jeff Keighley in front of a green screen with some guests.
Yep.
It's surprising how much views that gets.
I don't think it's surprising at all. What
But
do you
like
mean?
the fact that it's not, like it's just not the Sony. They don't like people still put out announcements there. Like I guess Jeff Keighley is a name in the scene, so people will advertise there. But like, why don't places just keep it 100% in house? I will release a YouTube video when I feel like it.
I see what you're saying. I think it depends on who you are. If you're an indie developer, you don't have the clout to do your own thing.
Just make a YouTube video. Just post.
No, but how you gonna market
Yeah,
that?
yeah. You want the marketing. You want the events to.
You gotta be It's like you know how small bands are always openers for the big ones, right?
Yeah.
Same shit. So like, yeah, I don't know.
We'll see how this goes in the future, and we'll see how Gamescom is this year.
Honestly, the only trade show that's gonna stick around for video games is Tokyo Game Show. That's it. Because
Japan-
Japan is slow as fuck.
No, Japan will never get rid of in person. They love exclusive loot too much.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of that stuff they bring out at Tokyo Game Show, like the exclusive merch and shit?
Just go to any conference, man.
Dude.
Any trade show.
I should go to Tokyo Game Show.
I mean, like any industry trade show, get a lot of them merch.
No, but they have cool merch at Tokyo Game Show.
Oh yeah.
They had the Nier vinyl signed by Yoko Taro.
Wow.
It was pretty sick, and that was so cool.
Mm.
Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 remake came out last year, 2 years ago.
I think it was last year.
And to great success. People loved it. It was big on Twitch for
Did
Yeah, it was big on Twitch. It was like one of the top 5, top 10 games for a while after its release. A lot of big streamers played
Wouldn't know.
And yeah, everyone liked the way Vicarious Visions kind of faithfully remade the game by adding a little bit of the newer mechanics to the old levels and stuff.
Yeah.
People really liked it.
Yeah.
But it's official that any other Tony Hawk game is dead because Tony Hawk told us.
Okay.
Tony Hawk in a recent podcast had mentioned that the plan was to release 3 and 4 even up till the release date of 1 and 2. We were going to do 3 and 4, and then Vicarious got kind of absorbed, and then they were looking for other developers, and then it was over.
Yeah.
So what happened is that Vicarious Visions got bought up by Activision. Then they took Vicarious Visions and put them on strictly Blizzard projects. They're like the Blizzard support team now.
Yeah.
And
Sick.
anything to do with Tony Hawk and Vicarious Visions is over. So 3 and 4 remake that you were really hoping for on a game that sold very well doesn't matter.
Did 1 and 2 sell well?
It sold pretty. Yeah, it sold. I think it made back its money and then some. Like it sold pretty decently, at least from what I remember.
Okay, because I don't remember it's like being a huge success.
I don't think it's like it's not like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But here, Forbes. It was like the fastest selling game in the series with 1 million copies sold through.
Okay, but hold on. That's such a loaded headline.
Yeah, I got hit with a paywall. Hold on, I'm trying
Like
to.
you can't just you can't compare those kind of numbers. Like the fastest selling game of the series. Is he saying that this sells better than the original one on the PlayStation?
Yeah, it's the. Yeah.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But there's hundreds of millions more gamers out there today. $1 million in sales means nothing.
No, not $1 million. $1 million.
No, sorry, 1 million units. Means
Yeah,
nothing.
it sold 1 million units in 2 weeks, so that's a good start. And then
Yeah.
you can only imagine that it kept selling.
Okay.
Can't find like long-term numbers on the fly here.
Yeah.
But it was a good selling game.
Okay.
So it kind of sucks that because 3 and 4 is when the game started getting, especially 4, started getting like open world, kind of like in the Thug era, Tony Hawk's Underground.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, those would have been really cool to remake. And if they could have made like improvements to the level design so that maybe they could connect them all or do some other interesting stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of blows. But
Oh well.
Tony Hawk said like he never expected the first 2 to be remade in like 20 years later. So he's always open to a new one. He has to find a studio that is willing to do it right.
Yeah, man.
Because I think after Tony Hawk 5, he's been more careful with who he hands out his IP to. So,
Right.
Yeah, they couldn't really find anybody else to do it like Vicarious Visions did. A Destiny YouTuber is being sued by Bungie.
Why?
So this is crazy. In March, Bungie was investigating a series of copyright DMCA takedown notices that were given to other Destiny YouTubers.
Okay.
It turns out that this guy Joshua Does, 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 he used, quote, a hole in YouTube's DMCA process security, end quote, to impersonate the studio and send out his own DMCA takedown requests to other creators posing as Bungie, because Bungie sent him an official DMCA takedown notice for using a song from the new expansion in one of his YouTube videos. So he set up a whole psyop, basically, causing millions of dollars in damages for Bungie in terms of like PR and marketing cleanup and all that. And this guy is now being sued by the studio for $7.7 million.
Wow.
For impersonating Bungie. I think this story is crazy because I think that this story should be in like internet fact searching 101. Like if there's like a university course on like internet literacy and like how to spot fake information, this story should be there. Because I think this highlights how easy it is
to impersonate,
to steal someone's identity, and to shoot out false claims with no basis that you think are real.
That's wild.
It's an absolutely bonkers story. You can read it on the Video Game Chronicles. It's called A Destiny YouTuber Who Allegedly Impersonated Bungie, blah, blah, blah. You'll find it. It's a crazy story.
Sounds crazy.
Follow the whole way through. And I think they have some of like the legal filings as well posted, because those are all public once they do it. So you can read through that. But yeah,
okay.
This guy, Nick Miner, he got a takedown notice, didn't like it, and then tried to cause the community to band together against Bungie for being too crazy with their DMCA notices. Yeah. But he was setting up the whole thing. So he was trying to create an angry mob out of one DMCA notice.
Wow.
It was pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, shit.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do. It's not a crime if you don't get caught. I don't have to tell you.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Dude, that's just psyops in real life, dude.
Yeah.
And then the last one I have is some news, some more China in the gaming and internet industry.
We all love China.
Honestly, all these stories are so interesting because the way they run their country is so different.
Yeah.
So China, this is coming from the South China Morning Post. So it was broken from
the best,
the most trustful.
Yeah,
for sure.
South China
Morning Post. China bans over 30 live streaming behaviors, demands qualification to discuss law, finance, and medicine.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
tell me more.
What China has done is that they are regulating the behaviors and things you can do on live streaming depending on who you are.
What do you mean?
So they are...
If I don't got enough internet clout, I can't be as provocative?
Yes, exactly. So they have released an 18-point guideline.
Yeah. A guideline?
Published by the National Radio and Television Administration and the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. Like official government peeps.
You know what? Before you go further, I'm liking the sound of this.
It's sounding pretty official.
I like this. Give me some guidelines. Okay, yeah, all right.
All right, so some of the stuff they have opened up is that they are not allowed to publish any content that weakens or distorts the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party, the socialist system, or the country's reforms, or opening up, like the countries to more immigrants and stuff like that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
The other one they've done is that they've prohibited behaviors including deep fake technology, no image tampering.
That's no fair.
No using images of party or state leaders. Deliberately, quote, hyping up sensitive issues.
What is he? Okay.
They are leaving it very vague. And they are also forbidden from showing extravagant lifestyles.
Oh.
such as displaying products and cash.
Oh, interesting.
This also comes alongside another one where if you want to be on a live stream and you want to talk about law, you want to talk about finance, you want to talk about medicine,
yes.
you must have the appropriate experience, accreditations, commendations, whatever it is, to talk about it. So if you're some guy who likes finance as a hobby,
Yeah.
but you don't have a financial degree or you don't work in the financial industry, you are now by law not allowed to talk about finance online.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
It's a little crazy because on like one hand you hear it of like, oh, so I can only get my medical information from a doctor.
Yeah.
Right? And in your head you're like, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, like I can understand. I get it. Sure. Why not?
Yeah, right? Like, oh yeah, we can stomp out false information.
Yeah.
But then you remember that all of these high level positions
Yeah.
are ran by the Chinese government.
Yeah. And it's like now we get to Oof.
And then it gets into weird things. Certain people have been like pretty wary of these new ones. I think there's some guy in China called the Lipstick King. He was it Li Jiaqi? I butchered that. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know Chinese, dude. I had no tonals in there. My bad. All right. But apparently he once sold 15,000 tubes of lipstick in 5 minutes.
Damn.
What a salesman.
Dude. Talk about the hustle. Holy shit.
But he took down a stream on June 3rd after he displayed a quote tank-shaped ice cream.
Tank-shaped ice cream.
So tanks are usually for pro-democratic people to show Tiananmen Square and all that. The protests in Beijing. So
interesting.
There was a tank-looking ice cream shape on screen, and he ended stream.
I see.
There was another streamer who was fined for 210 million US dollars. It's like 1.3 billion won.
For what?
For tax evasion.
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Since has disappeared from public view and has not been heard from since.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh,
dude,
no.
China's nuts. China's the craziest reality show. Yeah, so overall they said that like they're going to ban public figures who had violated the law for the above reason, have shown quote no ethics, or have shown opinions that go against the government, and they will not have a platform anymore.
Okay.
Dude, China's nuts. This is one of the most interesting stories I've read in a while.
China is nuts.
Dude, that Xi Jinping thought, you got to get at it.
Every time you say thought, I'm just like,
nah. T-H-O-T?
Nah,
dude, Xi Jinping's getting those hoes in different area codes.
Oh my god. No, stop. Stop. Stop.
Him and Ludacris hanging out.
Stop. Ew. Ew.
But yeah, read that story. There's a
I don't want to, okay?
It's cool. It's really interesting to see how other parts of the world are, especially completely different ones, are like dealing with the rise of anybody can be a celebrity. Anybody can be an influencer.
Okay?
It's funny.
I can do it.
You have done it in the past,
not
but you
good
decided not to do it, not to pursue it.
Yeah, it's too much work.
I guess. All right. More work than you're doing now?
Considering how much I get paid? Absolutely.
Yeah, but you don't know what the ceiling was for you. You could have been getting paid way more.
Considering I know what the Gundam landscape looks like.
Yeah.
Or I know what the general toy landscape looks like.
You know how many people are in South Asia? You know how people love Gundams in South Asia? They love that shit.
No.
There's a lot of people there. They'll watch ads.
I know. Fuck, man.
You go to 5-minute ad roll. They'll watch the whole thing.
I know.
I got to support my Filipino brethren.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You could have went on tour in the Philippines.
So I found out, like, all my coworkers love Filipino food.
Yeah, I think that's like a trend now.
They're like, yo, you got that sinigang? I'm like,
yeah.
What? What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
They got that Jew friend, that banana ketchup? I'm like, what the fuck?
So we went over this. We ranked Asian foods on this podcast.
It ain't that
right?
great, guys.
What was it? We put it like C tier, D tier.
I think we put it in D tier.
Did we put it in D tier?
Yeah.
It's there's some redeemable stuff, but like, come on.
Yeah.
So I always get the weirdest looks.
Yeah.
Because like I'll mention to like other Asian people when I'm hanging out with my group of friends, Maybe they're like not in our friend group. They're friends
Yeah.
of friends, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, Filipino food,
It's not that great.
you can do better,
Oh,
right?
I guess when you say it like that, yeah, they're gonna be hella offended,
Right? It's like it's okay, but there's other options.
Because okay, you've been to like many of my like family events, and we have like
Yeah.
a ton of food, right?
Yeah.
just to eat. So like apparently, like I think it's whatever, it's food, right?
Yeah.
But all my coworkers are like, yo, that shit's the best. I love going to those events. I'm like, why? And they're like, because it's so good. You get so much. And I'm like,
Are these coworkers white?
no, they're all Chinese.
Interesting.
Actually, no, that's not true. One of them's halfy. But yeah.
Yeah, they don't count.
Like, no, he's half Japanese, half Chinese.
Oh, it's going against the grain.
No, that
That's-
when he told me about
that's
that,
the
I was
half.
like, dude, how did that happen?
How'd that happen?
It's like my mom's Japanese. She was adopted by China. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
What? How? How do you have such an inclusive
Yeah,
family?
it's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, but no.
But yeah, like so a lot of my like white family has
Yeah.
like they've had Jollibees because they like live in Saga. And they're
Oh
like,
yeah, that's true. Everybody fucking loves
Yeah.
Jollibee.
And I'm just like, it's not that okay. But going back to the thing, like
Yeah.
they'll look at me with like a twisted like hey, it's a little racist, right? Oh, like the most pale, like I can see it in their eyes, like the most pale white guy they've ever seen in their life, reflecting the sun into their eyes, is being like Filipino food ain't that good. But then
Yeah.
my friend Christian
Yeah.
will also be like, yeah, that shit's weak.
But see, I've talked to him, and he's still like he will go out of his way to go get that
Yeah,
shit.
I think like if I never go out for Italian food,
Yeah.
right? But if I haven't had Italian
Yeah,
food
but you
in a
don't sit
while-
here being like Italian food is D tier.
If I was in a situation, I think no matter what I thought of it, even if I did think it was D tier, if it was part of my heritage, I would eventually have some sort of like homesickness for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But like I'm saying, I wouldn't.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
you're
like,
hardcore.
I'm like against.
You're
it.
sticking to your morals.
I'm like actively like, no, we are not going for Filipino food
ever again.
No, you are not coming over.
So if Deb was like, I want to get some Jollibees, I want to get some lumpia, you'd be like, nah.
So yeah, Jollibee, she prefers Popeyes. Let's be
That's
real.
not even the same ballpark of food. What the fuck? Where was that? Where did that come
Wait, have you been to a Jollibee?
No.
It's fried chicken and spaghetti.
I thought it was just sweet spaghetti and spring rolls.
It's fried chicken and spaghetti.
There's fried chicken there?
That's their whole thing.
That's wild. Okay.
Like it's fried chicken and sweet
I
spaghetti.
thought it was like adobo
ketchup
and shit.
spaghetti.
Yeah, that's
I mean, you can get that, but like the reality is, it's fried chicken.
Oh, then no wonder they just want fried chicken?
Yeah.
That's cheating. That doesn't count.
But
They're
it doesn't have like, cause like I prefer spicy, right?
That's like when my mom is like, I eat sushi, but she only gets like California rolls.
California rolls, dough.
That's it. Like California rolls, and then she gets
Hit
some
me
like
with that
barbecue.
cucumber. Hit me
Yeah, she's like, I love sushi. It's like, you're not eating it. Like she'll even take off the seaweed wrapper 'cause she won't eat that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? That's not sushi.
Yeah.
That's cheating. Because okay, if you're telling me your coworkers are like, I love Jollibee.
No.
I only get the fried.
So
chicken.
they started listing off like the mom and pop restaurants.
Yeah.
Like where they put out the banana leaf spread and then you eat with your hands. And I'm like, you guys like that?
You guys are fucked up.
Guys, come on. You're not barbarians.
See, I can't say that, but you can. Right?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
What were we talking about?
I don't fucking know.
We were talking about the Filipinos.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
What? Where? How did we get on here? We're talking about China.
Yeah, China be China.
China be Chining, and then we're talking about Gundams.
Oh, influencers. Yeah,
influencers. Yeah. So you could have been an influencer. You could have been to South
Sure,
China,
why
South Asia. You could have been cranking that shit out.
Okay, sure, yeah, whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, those are my picks. Definitely read that China article. It is behind a paywall, so maybe it's on archive.org.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you can find it.
You don't want to talk about the one at the top? Your top?
What's my top one? What's my top? Oh yeah, PSA. Steam summer sales on. Go spend your money.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, go drain your wallet. Look at your wish list.
Thank
Go
you.
for it.
Thank you. All right.
Those
cool.
are my picks.
Wicked. Well, with that, we have a question to chew on.
Okay.
To chew on. There you go. Paul Chu. He has written in this week with. You guys had alluded to it in the last week,
We did.
but what are all of your
dude, he's trying
hobbies?
to dox us. What the fuck?
For the purposes of this fun question, please be specific. Don't just tell us that you are a collector.
Okay.
Let's hear about all of the things you collect. Anime and manga are both broad umbrellas.
True.
If there are specific genres you like, please let us know.
Let me pull up the Excel sheet.
Which ones?
Let me pull up the Access database.
Oh God, damn.
I don't know if I have Access on my laptop actually, so I don't know if I can pull it up. But
I don't think you do.
oh baby, I do. Thanks, Brock University. Still got that student access, baby.
Oh, jeez.
Hell yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go, dude. Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
I don't care.
All right. So I think it's pretty obvious. I collect video games.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I
Oh,
know
dude,
it.
let me tell you.
Fucking news to me.
Yeah. So I guess like video games is the broadest thing I collect, and usually my criteria for collecting a game is also just as broad, which is I think it's cool. I don't really have like I'm not someone to just be like I want to collect for one system or I want to collect this type of game only or I only want to collect amiibos.
What do you collect? Everything?
I collect for systems actually that's not even true. I was gonna say I collect for systems I own. But
Really?
but
Really? You pull that shit on
we're gonna
me
go.
right now?
You're gonna lie to us.
Huh?
All right, my hobby is lying. But I kind of just buy games that I find very interesting, and in the new realm of a lot of digital only games that get physical releases by special third party companies.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff that you can buy.
Yeah.
So I think I have on pre-order right now. I have the Analog Pocket, of course.
Yeah.
So if I want to play Game Boy games at 1080p, I can do that. But also I have things from Limited Run like the reissuing of Double Dragon Battletoads on the NES. And I bought another NES game called Kubo 3, which is a game made by an 8-year-old from France that was helped program by his father, also for the NES.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of weird stuff like that. There's a lot of other like retro stuff I like, which I think had like interesting ideas. Video game babies are like a subsect for some reason. So I have like the Cooking Mama game that's Babysitting Mama that for the Wii that comes with like a baby controller.
Yep.
Video game ones is probably the most broad. It's just because I like so many different types of games.
I wouldn't call him a collector, guys. I would call him a hoarder.
It's not. I'm collecting.
He's an amasser.
I'm not an amasser, dude. What the?
He's an
fuck?
amasser of. Ask him how many copies of any particular game. And I guarantee more than one.
They're
in multiple.
Here, you know what?
Completed statuses.
All right, I'm pulling up. I'm enabling content on the Excel sheet.
Okay, I want you to tell me how many games you have more than one copy of.
All right, hold on. I'm loading right now. Let me pull this up.
Okay. I don't care if it's like incomplete, complete, mint box. If you just have a duplicate in any state, I just want to know. Oh God, he's counting in the hundreds, guys. He's in the hundreds.
25.
No way.
Yeah.
You're telling me you only have 25 duplicate titles?
Yes.
Really?
Maybe like 26, 27 because there's like different releases of like original Super Mario Bros. Like there's a single, the double pack, the triple pack.
So you're not
that are
counting?
listed separately.
Oh.
But from what I can count in here, right? So like I own Final Fantasy 6/3 on the Super Nintendo.
But you don't count it if you own it somewhere else.
But it's a separate release if I own it somewhere
See
else.
this fucking bullshit he does to himself to make it seem like it's okay.
But of strictly duplicates on the exact same system, around like I said, like 20 something.
No,
20,
but if we
25.
include all the re-release shenanigans,
I may be in like maybe like in the 40s.
You just told us like last week how you owned Ninja Gaiden everywhere 5 times.
Those are all separate releases. Those are different games.
God.
Right? That's regular Ninja
You
Gaiden.
were just saying
that's
upstairs
Ninja Gaiden
how-
Black.
Oh,
All right, this Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus, Sigma Collection.
it's all the same.
Okay, there's probably more.
Yeah, I know there's
Yeah.
more. When you said 25, I'm like, bullshit. There's no way.
Well, that's what I have in the Excel sheet,
way.
and data doesn't lie. All right, I'll have to tell
First
you.
of all, you said it was an Access sheet, not an Excel sheet.
Yeah, but
so now I know you're lying.
So I have an Access database that then links to an Excel sheet, which auto updates when I pull the data from the Access database.
Okay, fine.
And I
Whatever.
chart it out. It's
I
nice.
don't.
All right.
I don't
So
like
here,
it.
you know what? I'll out myself. How about this? I'll go through how many games I own for each system.
All right.
All right, we're gonna start at the 3DS. 29.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, 3DS, not
3DS,
DS. Oh,
29.
Okay.
The ColecoVision,
9.
15.
Oh, okay.
DS.
Hold on. I got this. 71.
Oh, you're close. 70.
Ah, damn it.
Almost on the money. Original Game Boy,
It can't be a lot. 20.
7.
Oh, wow. 7?
7.
You only own 7?
7.
Oh, God.
Game Boy Advanced,
Okay, you own a lot more here.
37.
Yes.
GameCube,
I don't know. Was there more than 10 games on there worth buying?
probably not. I know there's a couple that I don't have, but I own 4 games.
You own 4? Wow.
I own 4 GameCube
Hold
games.
on. Do you have a GameCube?
No, I have a Wii that plays
Oh,
GameCube
yes,
games.
yes. Okay.
With the game port,
Yes.
GameCube ports at the top.
Okay.
NES,
Oh, you must own a lot of these.
130.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
N64,
Okay, you can't own more than 30.
I own 38.
What?
Yeah.
What are you buying on
Dude,
that?
Snowboard Kids 1, Snowboard Kids 2,
Okay, you bought
Mischief
a lot
Makers,
of, oh God, you did buy a lot of shit.
Glover,
Oh, I forgot you were the
Iggy's
kid.
Wrecking Balls.
Oh yeah, you were the kid of the 64, not the PlayStation.
Hell yeah.
You had to buy those
I
games.
had to buy those games.
Okay.
PC, physical PC boxes. I don't count. So none of these are digital games.
Physical PC.
Physical PC games.
Oh, you got like 4.
58.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of Guild Wars, a lot of Battlefields. I think I have some Half-Life stuff in there.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay.
PS1.
PS1.
And these are, again, like PS1 jewel cases.
So this one's hard because I know you didn't have a PS1, but the PS1 technically should have like the greatest. Oh no, not the PS2 would be, but 67.
41.
Well, okay.
The PS2.
Okay, here we go.
This is the most.
Yeah, PS2.
Yeah.
PS2. How much did you say you had on the? You said you had, what was the system with it was in the
NES was 130.
okay. You have PS2. It's 431.
Oh, that's very generous. I have 293.
Oh, okay.
PS3,
Oh, this one's in the hundreds. 109.
203.
Oh, really? Fuck.
PlayStation 4.
This
No,
is-
guessing's gonna go too long. I'm just gonna keep running through this.
Yeah.
PS4 is 181.
Wow, really?
Yeah. PlayStation Portable is 55.
Okay.
PlayStation Vita is 21.
Wow, for as much as you like to talk about the Vita, you have like 0 games.
That
for
shit's expensive now.
Wow,
all
you have
right?
like
That
0
shit's
games for that.
expensive.
Wow.
The Sega CD 3, Sega Game Gear 6, Sega Genesis 3.
You only have 3 Genesis games?
I was giving it for free.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't really like the Genesis.
I need to buy you Ayrton Senna's Grand Prix.
Do it. I dare you.
I will.
Super Famicom, the Japanese Super Nintendo. I own 2 games.
Okay.
Super Nintendo 5 games.
Yeah, that's the real like. Wow, you're not a collector.
I also don't own a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that's the real. What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
TurboGrafx 16,
I don't know. 16.
11. I wish I should get 5 more games. I own 11 games.
Yeah.
The Wii 31,
Okay.
the Wii U 14.
How?
The Wii U?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good games on the
No,
thing.
there's
We talking about-
there's like 2 good games.
Yeah, for as many games as were released on the Wii, I think I own like half of them.
Oh my God.
I think there's only 28 games released on the Wii. I own
Okay.
50% of
Wow,
all
alright.
Wii U games.
All right.
The Wonder Swan, I own 3 games, all Final Fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Original Xbox 46,
Yeah.
Xbox 360 39,
Yeah.
Xbox One 5,
Yeah.
Switch 31, Game Boy Color 8, Neo Geo CD 1, Famicom Original 4, and Dreamcast I own 2 games.
Wow.
That all comes to a grand total of 1,396 games. Physical boxed games, not including any digital stuff.
So this is only your completed list, right?
No, if I'm missing a manual, it's still in there.
Oh,
But
okay.
in the database, it has I set like a macro so that if it says manual or box equals to no, then complete and box status equals false.
Okay, I see.
But I also have, because newer games don't come with manual, so I have like not applicable. So that also counts as complete and box. But
See.
so there you go. So I collect all the games. I used to be deep into manga. Like I have the whole set of Sailor Moon plus all the short stories. I got all of Nichijou. Trying to catch up on getting all of JoJo.
You don't have all of Berserk, do you?
No, I want those big ass volumes, but I've been
Oh.
waiting for like a hardcover sale at Chapters for fucking ever, because they have one sometimes, and it's like 30% off each book, and that's a lot of money saved on those books. But I haven't seen one yet, so
They just don't exist on Amazon?
they're just the same price.
Oh.
Those things do not go down in price.
Fair enough, now that he's dead.
Yeah, now he's dead. And then, did you see that they're bringing it back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With, who's finishing it?
The studio?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember who it
They
is.
said that he left basic outlines.
Yeah, basic, and they're gonna try and like interpret it.
Yeah.
But actually, out of my collection, Freudian slip. Out of my manga collection, I got some recommendations. So Vagabond, I would recommend, is worth the purchase. That series is amazing. It's about Miyamoto Musashi.
Yeah.
Obviously JoJo. I love all that shit.
Yeah.
Gundam: The Origin.
Oh yeah.
It's a great retelling of the original Gundam, and it comes in these super nice hardcover, high gloss, high quality paper. It's a display piece. Like they really did that justice.
It's a display piece.
It's a display piece. All of the Sailor Moon series are getting like re-release after re-release, so those are good. Sailor V is really interesting if you want to go back to like where Sailor Moon came from. I got this really sick Speed Racer collection. That's like the whole month.
Speed Racer.
Yeah, there's like it's like the whole series, but in like 2 hardcover volumes and like this nice slipcase. It was me and Blavin at Anime North one year, and no one was buying it on the last day. The store literally sold 0 copies. So it was from $90 to $10, and we both bought one.
Like the whole set?
It was, yeah. Well, it's a set of 2, but they're like super nice hardcovers and stuff.
Oh.
So the guy was like, I can't bring these back. They're too heavy. And so me and Blavin each bought a box set.
Wow.
But yeah, and yeah, all the JoJo style, all that stuff. There's a lot of good manga. I got a lot of old ones that are like really expensive now. Like apparently the Air Gear series is really expensive and stuff like that. Yeah. What else do I collect? Vinyl.
Well, I mean, the question was your hobbies, not necessarily your collections.
Well, these are all my collecting hobbies.
Okay.
I got some vinyl and stuff. But I guess outside of collecting, I recently took up soldering. So I've been doing video game system repair. I recently repaired my friend's PS3 Fat, the 60 gig, by putting it in an oven.
Mm-hmm.
And that was cool. What else do I did bike.
Mm-hmm.
I have not biked since pre-pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep staring at my bike and I'm like, why do I have this?
Mm-hmm.
I should probably get back to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning Japanese for the past couple years.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm dog shit at it still. But apparently my pronunciation's good, which is good to know.
That's good.
But a conversation, I'm not great at. I can read hiragana and katakana, but for like kanji and like the Chinese characters, it's fucking rough.
Damn.
It's hard out there for a pimp, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Take whatever implication you want from that.
Don't
Actually don't do that. Just take it at face value as a joke. And so conversation is still kind of hard because I don't really have opportunities to converse. And if I go to like a Japanese restaurant,
Yeah.
I'm very embarrassed to speak any Japanese.
Yeah.
So I don't do it.
Yeah.
I probably should get over that, but whatever. And I'm trying to think. I like going to concerts. Like after all the like the collecting and soldering and biking and stuff, I get into like basic bitch territory.
Like?
Like I like going on hikes on trails.
Okay.
Yeah, I like reading and going to the library and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The main ones are collecting games. Sometimes I stream, not as much as I should. Then the rest are just kind of sprinklings here and there. Like
Okay.
card
Would
games
you
and shit.
say though you're a big consumer of streams?
Not as much as you think I am?
I don't know that. I don't know how much that is.
I feel like you think that I consume a lot of streams.
I feel like you have it on in the background.
Sometimes I do. A lot of it is like clip channels.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't watch a whole Sea Dog VA stream.
I don't think anybody who watches a whole stream.
There's some crazy people out there. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Right. And so yeah, I got some streamer faves. You know.
Yeah.
Anime Illuminati is really good for fighting games. He plays a lot of the otter Japanese fighting games. I like this one Apex YouTuber or streamer, Lily Maru, Japanese Apex streamer. She's hardcore into Overwatch. She's got I think she co-casted or like was like co-casting the tournament on YouTube or whatever.
Oh, was she?
The Worlds or whatever. She's got your diva chair.
Everyone's got my diva chair.
Yeah, she's pretty into it. And yeah, there's a lot of other ones, but a lot of it is just like clip channels. So it's like what happened in the news of streamers. Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. I watch also a lot of online debates.
What do you
So-
like political debates? you
Like
mean?
political
Oh,
debates
okay.
and stuff like that. So I watched this one guy, Destiny, who was recently banned off Twitch for some opinions he had about trans athletes in certain gendered sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was this related to the swimming one just recently?
Like swimming and just it was more so of male to female transitioners competing in female sports rather than the
Yeah.
other way around because the other way
Yeah.
around doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So now he's just on YouTube, but he has a lot of like really interesting political debates, and it's really it's fun to watch debate streamers kind of it like just go at it in comparison to like the news, because the news is very professional, whereas debate streamers, like after they get to a crossroads, they're like, you're a fucking idiot. Like it just evolves into like lunacy.
Oh hell yeah.
Sometimes it's pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the degeneracy is very entertaining.
Hell yeah.
And then I think actually, yeah, like this week I've been watching a lot of YouTube. Like I've been watching this one, Asianometry. It's this guy who covers the economics and industries in Japan. Or not Japan, just Asia in general.
I was gonna say what? Just Japan?
Not Japan, but sorry, like Asia in general. So
Yeah,
also
yeah.
including like India and stuff like that.
Okay.
So he had one about that was the fall of the Philippine steel giants. He recently had a whole like 13-minute video about how like 90% of China's students are nearsighted, and it's
Yeah.
because of the study culture and stuff like that.
Cool.
Really interesting stuff. Yeah, the rest are just kind of dabblings, I guess.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
What about you?
I think we all know that like I like toys
Mhm.
and whatnot. Over the years, I've had different reasons for or different things I've been interested in. I didn't really catalog my stuff. In the beginning, it was definitely as toys were meant to be, right?
Mhm.
Like you buy toys of the cartoon you like to watch, or vice versa. The cartoon sells you on the toys to your parents, and then
Mhm.
you do that. That's how toys work. And then eventually, as I got older, like I wanted things that were a bit more high quality, things that seemed more interesting from an engineering standpoint. Then it got to the point where like I only wanted the cool stuff,
Top end.
but not necessarily the official items, which is why I got big into like third-party Transformers.
Yeah, you did actually a lot of that, and there's some cool stuff you got. Out of
Like there's
that,
some
too.
really
Yeah.
cool stuff, but like they did some cool things. But eventually, it just like every time I looked at them, they were like, I don't know. Like I literally bought it specifically as an engineering piece because it was
Like the way it transforms.
yeah,
is
like
cool.
it was a cool idea, a cool concept that was executed, but it always felt soulless to me, which was just like you could never like a part of me always knew not that it was like a knockoff, because I know it's not a knockoff, like it's a very
intricate piece of work.
yeah, and like the legality behind it is not, well, it's not complex. It's clearly like we're ripping off someone else's IP to make whatever we want, but still like that part of it I didn't like, and it led to me like kind of getting rid of most of them. I got rid of a lot of that stuff.
And I bet that stuff, because it's like single run.
Yeah.
like that's probably made some money off of that too. But-
Yeah, I made a ton of money off that stuff, but like I had no attachment to it, right? Because it just came to the point where like I like collecting things that are, I guess, like I want to support the things I like in terms of like what the creator's putting out, right? So like as much as like say Hasbro is like big corp,
Yeah.
at the end of the day they are the home of the Transformers, and like that's what I like.
It also sounds like the people who are making these like unofficial stuff weren't putting stuff out at a frequent enough clip for you to care about them as an individual. I guess.
Like some of my favorite third party, I suppose, creators, like they just kind of just fell off, like in like, which makes sense. Like people lose interest or life gets in the way, blah blah blah. There's that. Gundam, I really enjoy Gundam, but again, like Gundam is like the outlier for all of my collections. Whereas
Okay.
like I have a reason why I like to collect things. Gundam is 100% because I think some of them just look cool.
Hell yeah.
Like I don't really like, it's one of the few things where I really do not care about the media it's associated with. I just like building it, and I like the product you get, and I like the community around it, and like all the processes involved. And to a lesser extent, I would say Lego's in the same category.
Yeah.
The only thing with Lego is like it's I would say it's less room for just creativity, because like if you buy something in the Lego box that says build this, I'm never gonna deviate. Like I'm not gonna be the kid.
You're
who's
not
like,
buying a box of bricks.
yeah, like I'm not spending $400 on a Ferrari to be like, I don't want to build a Ferrari. Like I'm not gonna do.
I'm
that.
gonna take the parts and make something crazy.
Yeah, like that's not me. But like, but yeah. So like now when I buy toys and stuff, like it's because generally I think there's something cool, and like I want to support whoever the official whatever is. That said, I'm not so big into. It's weird. Like I don't really care so much about like static action figures anymore. Like just like if I, as much as I want like a Spider-Man, I'm not gonna go and buy Spider-Man.
You actually like you're the reason that I
Yeah.
stopped doing that. You made a very good argument
Yeah.
when we had like first met, to where
Yeah.
like I was getting like tiny statues
Yeah.
and stuff, and you're like, hey, check out these reasons why you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, You're right.
I mean, yeah, but like, there's always gonna be exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, yeah, like I like things that have
You
it more interactivity
Yeah.
with, right? So like that's where the toy thing is. Like now, I don't really buy as much. Like if I see something cool, like don't get me wrong, I have pre-orders out for things, but I really gotta be into it. Games. I used to be more like you in terms of when I was younger. Like I would buy games and whatnot and keep on holding them. A lot of them I wouldn't even open.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
I know, because you offloaded some to me.
Yeah.
And there's some bangers that are still sealed.
Yeah. So like I just didn't care to. And then eventually like I got to where I am today where it's like I like the convenience of digital and I like just being like, and I'm not the person to go back in time. Like I do not care to go back.
Okay.
Like if I'm at someone's house and like, oh, let's whip out Super Mario Kart.
Let's get blisters on Mario Party 1.
Sure, let's do it. Fine. But like I'm never doing that in my own time, right? Like, and I got you. I don't need to be the person to be like. I have you as a friend. I don't need to. I don't
true.
need to be the person who's like, I'm gonna bring my N64.
I
like,
own the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm partying on that boat.
You're partying on that. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
That's
see,
fair.
like I don't need that. So I guess that's a privilege I have.
See? You're privileged to have me as a friend.
Oh God. Oh no.
You just admitted it on the
Okay.
show.
All right, yeah. Hands up, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think the thing that I got into recently more was like watches and stuff.
Yep.
And I find that just super fascinating. I love the history and the stories behind them.
I still think you've been like mind freaked into liking this shit. Like you went into corporate
Yeah.
and you saw some rich guys with a watch and you're like, if I want to be rich, I need to get into watches. But really it's the opposite because now you're poor because you're buying all these watches. You got duped.
Yeah. So like I'll tell you my watch journey, which is probably not too unfamiliar if people are into watch. Like, okay, everybody is always in one of these phases of watches, okay? If you're not into the hobby, you know Rolex.
Yep.
Right? If you don't know anything about watches, you at least know Rolex, and you know Rolex is a brand to aspire to, right?
Yes.
Everyone knows this.
Yes.
When you get slightly into watch, or when you get more into watches, you're like, I don't get why Rolex is so good.
Yeah.
There's like all these other companies who can kind of do like 90% of the job for much less.
You're into hipster territory.
Yeah, like I don't get it. I'm gonna stick in this, and then you spend. I want to say your first significant purchase, right? You spend over. I'll say you spend over $1,000, and you creep closer, and then you're like, yeah, okay, so Rolex is cool, but then like, what if I could afford a Rolex?
Why wouldn't I get?
Why
it?
wouldn't I just get the thing that's like double the Rolex?
Yeah.
Like you go further,
Yeah,
right?
You go further beyond plus.
And then you
ultra.
get there, and then you go back and
to
you're like,
Rolex.
and then you're like, wait a minute, this is so precious. This is so like, I'm wearing 30K on the wrist. What am I doing? Blah blah blah.
I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, what am I doing? Why am I wearing this like hot horology piece? Like, what am I doing? And then you're like, but Rolex.
But
Rolex is the answer.
You know what? That's the fucking Dunning-Kruger graph.
Yeah.
Like you think you're better tthan Rolex, and you come back, baby.
And so like, I'm at that stage now where I'm like, I need a Rolex.
God damn.
Yeah, so like I'm there right now, right? So like I think watches I don't have a lot, and don't get me wrong, I don't have like so much money invested into this stuff, but I do like it just because like it is the perfect cross between art and engineering, but the result is 100% pointless.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's weird. Like
Well, you said like modern high-end watchmaking is just trying to make the engineering process within the watch as difficult as possible
Yeah.
for funsies.
yeah. Like that, and I love that. It's like why?
Everything is over-engineered.
Yeah, it's like why?
Yeah.
Why not? Like
You know what? This actually now makes sense because when you say I like the custom transformers from an
Yeah.
engineering perspective, and now you're coming to
Yeah.
rich man's transformers.
yeah.
Like this all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Like I see the through line.
Yeah, I think the thing I really like about watches though versus like why I deviate away from Transformers is like eventually with toys, it doesn't matter. 95% of their life they're going to be on that shelf. Yes, I can appreciate them.
Yeah.
And obviously during COVID, I've been able to do that more often. But when I'm out and about, they just I forget about them. But like a watch, I always wear a watch, right? And yeah, you could say that's super boring.
Your phone tells
Yeah, exactly. But it's always on my wrist, and the idea of like this tiny machine,
Yeah.
that just keeps working as long as I wear it. Like I find that so fascinating,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I never understood the Your phone tells the time. Why?
Yeah.
Like it's not. You're not doing it for that. Like
Yeah.
even as like someone who doesn't buy.
Oh yeah,
watches,
I will admit, if you
like,
spend more than $10 on a watch, you didn't buy it for the time.
Yeah, you're buying it for a hobby. Like you
Yeah.
like watches, or like
Yeah.
you like the style.
Yeah, you either
and stuff
bought it
like
because
that.
it was like a fashion piece or another reason, but it
Yeah.
wasn't for the time.
And like that, I totally get that.
Yeah. So like that's that. I'll guess I'll transition to like I also like cars, and with a very similar story with Rolex. I'll just replace that with Porsche, and you have the exact same sequence.
Yeah.
Right. Like everybody knows a Porsche, but then you're like, all Porsches look the same. They're blah blah blah.
Unless you get a 911.
Why don't you get a Ferrari?
Pre a
And it's
certain
like, 'cause you
year.
can't drive a Ferrari every day, but you could drive a 911 every day.
You could.
Right. So I need a 911.
God damn. You're getting the Rolex of cars, dude.
No, that's probably never gonna happen. That's why I bought the discount budget.
So
version.
you could get a sleeper and then Gap Porsches on the freeway.
I wish.
Hell yeah,
I
brother.
I wish. That's why I bought the $30,000 Porsche. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could put $30,000 of parts into it.
But yeah, no, I really like cars. I don't have like money in like I'm not a car collector.
You will soon.
That said, I've spent more money on cars than any other of my hobbies combined.
Well, that's just. I was gonna say, like, how much do you think you've spent on watches since you started?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Have you spent over $1,000 on a piece yet?
The watch I'm wearing is $4,500.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So like,
Pass it over, kid.
but
I got a pawn shop to go to.
Canadian. So in American, that's
Oh,
significantly
it's like $4.
less. It's like $4.
Yeah,
man,
$4.
guys. It's
whatever.
only $4.
$4.50.
Yeah. But yeah, like but I guess cars. Yeah, of course I spend more on cars. Cars are just inherently more money.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's be real. I drive a Toyota, so it's not like it's.
Yeah, but soon it's going to be a 400 horsepower Toyota
Oh god.
with a roll cage.
No. But yeah, no, I like cars. I love just cars are the thing where like because like they're so far away in terms of attainability and accessibility. They're the one hobby where like I've truly been able to just fully appreciating without having to own, and and I've been trying to apply that mentality to other things. So like I think that's worked with like toys and stuff. Like I like to be able to look at cool releases, and like I've finally got to the point where it's like I don't need to buy it and touch it. I can just appreciate it from a distance. That's how I am with cars, and I love car history, but specifically car racing history. Like I don't care about the first car to have like a 6-speed gearbox or like the first car that had modern controls that we have today. I don't care about that stuff. I like cars, which like that's why like I love the story of the GT40, right? The one that beat the Ferrari.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Like everybody
One of the
knows
nicest
that
cars
story.
ever made.
You know, I love the Lancia Stratos. I like all those like the Ferrari F40. The reason that car's cool because they literally made it just to say fuck you to Porsche. Like that's the whole reason that car exists. Because it was. I mean, like, yeah, it's cool, but it's also just a big fuck you.
Yeah, it's also that history is kind of cool because like it's like when you reflect on like car making today.
Yeah,
like that kind of like fuck you engineering. We're gonna beat the other guy attitude kind
Yeah.
of doesn't exist anymore. It's like we need to make a family sedan so we can support the rest of our ideas.
Like, yeah, some of it still does exist, but it's just not quite as like, it doesn't quite. Those kind of rivalries aren't so like bitter like that.
Yeah, we
right
mentioned
now.
on the podcast before. Ferrari's making an SUV.
Yeah,
Right. Like
they're just conforming to standards.
Everybody kind of becomes the same model as everything gets more competitive and like systematic, I guess.
Yeah. You guys already know my other big hobby is I like to cycle a lot, like road cycling.
Yeah, you cycle too much. You should relax on that.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Like
you keep saying that you're like, Anthony, this year, not gonna tan.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it. And then you're like, I went biking in 40-degree weather for 10 hours. It was great.
also note, there's a trend here I'm seeing. Cycling is also a rich man's hobby because I only ever cycle with like super loaded like white executives.
Yes, but I think there's a little twist on that one, which is you are very competitive.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, oh, congrats on your $10,000 bike. Oh, is that wireless shifting? That's fantastic. Watch me as I gap you up this hill, you fucking bitch.
I mean, you're right. I guess you're right. I guess that's the only one. Like, even though it's the rich man sport, I'm in it because I want to be the poor man.
I think you just want to dunk on rich people.
I think so.
Right? You got into watches. You're like, oh, you got the Rolex? Well, actually, did you know that this one for half the price does this X, Y, and Z? And blah, blah, blah. You just want to your whole hobby through line is dunking on rich people.
It's because I grew up poor.
You have the guilt from my parents in the Philippines.
Yeah, but no, cycling's great though. Cycling, like specifically the technology aspect around cycling, I find super cool.
Honestly, when I go cycling with you guys, I complain a lot.
Yeah.
But when I was like into it and I was putting up like decent times on Strava and stuff, like personal times, I was like, this is pretty sick. This is pretty fun.
It's fun. Like,
I just dropped off.
It's great. Like, honestly, and this is like any hobby, if you have a community around you or like a group, it's always 1,000 times better. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's how any hobby works. You already know, guys. I like anime a lot, obviously.
Dude, what?
We talk about anime here enough.
No way.
I don't need to go into that. And I think the last thing, I don't ever talk about it much. Sometimes you'll get glimpses of it here and there, but I'm super into wildlife and nature.
Yeah.
Like I love.
You're talking about the dinosaur ones recently.
Yeah, but like I love watching that shit.
Remember, was it when Planet Earth came out? You lost your shit.
Yeah, I go to the zoo regularly. Like I do all that stuff. Like I love, like right now, I think my YouTube recommendations are just like
animals.
10 times baby animals got fucked, like by predators.
Yeah, just like snap, like just got birth. Yoink.
Jeez, watch the lion pull the baby giraffe after the mom giraffe.
Yeah.
C-section. Like,
I would recommend Nature is Metal on Instagram. That's a sick Instagram account.
Yeah, like I love just obscure animal facts. I remember it was so weird as a kid, the amount of other kids who didn't realize whales weren't fishes.
Yeah, they're mammals.
Yeah, like, and I thought that was
common knowledge.
Yeah, I thought that was common, right? And then but there's a lot of just, I guess, obtuse animal facts that I take for granted that I know that are just like, oh, that's wild.
What do you think is the weirdest animal fact you know? Or the most obscure, maybe, instead of weirdest?
I don't know.
Like something you think nobody else knows.
Seahorses get pregnant. The male seahorses get pregnant.
Is that not common?
That's not common.
Really? Because that's the one I think is very common.
Yeah.
Because it's so odd.
I mean, go ask someone in your office.
Maybe.
They won't know that.
If I go, like, do you know how seahorses reproduce?
Yeah.
And when they give birth, they just fucking shoot them out, like,
it's gross.
hundreds at a time.
Gross.
Like it's a fucking shotgun. Like,
it's gross.
So sick.
It's gross.
Dude, imagine we gave birth like that. Just boom.
No, it's pretty gross. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Dude, you didn't mention sim racing.
Well, like, I think that all falls into like cars.
Yeah. Okay.
But I guess that part, like, I guess the last thing I would say is I'm really into like, I want to just say general tech, because I think anything to do with electronics is cool.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I care about when like Google launches a new thing.
You just had a story about a custom all copper PS5.
I did. See, like, I don't know why it's weird. But like, shit, I need a hobby that's just doesn't require money.
Doesn't require money?
Yeah.
That does not exist.
I mean, like, I guess I have anime.
That requires money.
But man, that Crunchyroll subscription's eating me alive, you know?
Get rid of Netflix.
No, I can't. I need to have them all. I have all the options.
You collect streaming services? That's your hobby?
Oh, that's my latest hobby. I
God.
collect streaming services. Yeah. Yeah, like, I'm super anal when it comes to technology. Like dumb things. Not so much audio, but visual. Like video stuff.
Yeah, you had to get into audio stuff because you got this like new microphone set up. And you got, but like while you were researching, I could see it. You're like, I hate this.
I do.
I don't give a fuck about ohms.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't. But I care about visual fidelity.
Yeah.
Right.
You're the video guy.
And now I'm just like, I got to get a new TV because mine's not bright enough. Clearly.
I've had it for a year. These LEDs are going.
Yeah, these OLEDs. It's just not bright enough. I need a brighter one. It's ridiculous.
But we both forgot the one hobby that we both do.
Is it the... no, I don't got it.
Podcasting.
Oh, shit. I knew it started with a P.
It's a P.
I knew it started with a P.
It started with a P, and there was an O in there as well.
Yeah. Oh, you almost got me. Okay.
Podcasting.
Woo!
Right? Listening,
Woo-hoo!
answering questions from great viewers and listeners like you.
I like listening to podcasts.
PBS is publicly funded by viewers like you.
Yeah, okay, cool. Wicked. That's our hobbies.
Yeah.
I hope that was an extensive enough answer for you, Paul and
It was pretty long from both of us. We kind of went into the weeds there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, it's a good thing because I'm looking at our weeks and it looks pretty bare bones.
Barren.
Yeah.
Let me kick some off. I'll start. I'll get out of the way.
Oh.
I made that new deck in Legends of Runeterra.
Oh, because your cards came in.
No. Legends of Runeterra is the digital one.
Oh, okay.
Digital card game. League of Legends card game.
Oh, you got all the things?
I got all the digital currencies, baby, because that game is so fucking rewarding. Oh my god. So I made a new deck with Malphite and Talia. Talia is one of the newer champions. You might not know. She surfs on rocks instead of is a rock. So this deck revolves around landmarks. So landmarks are static places or static units or whatever things that are on the board that either A, give you a passive static effect while it's on the board, or B, have a countdown and then do something after a certain amount of turns.
Right.
And Talia, what her skill is that when she is played, you copy a landmark that is on the field. Okay. And she costs five mana. And then Malphite he's useless until he's level 2, or like you can level him up. He's 7 mana. When you level him up, he becomes a 7/11 with tough, meaning that when someone hits him for damage, you take 1 damage off. Right. So if I hit you for 1, he gets hit for 0. If he gets hit for 2, he gets hit for 1. Blah blah blah. And his on-play ability, either unleveled or leveled, is when you play him, stun an enemy on the enemy side. So for 1 turn, they can't take actions.
Okay.
And then when he's leveled up, every turn? It's either every turn or every time you have the attack token, create a 2-mana spell called Unstoppable Force, stun all enemies.
A 2-mana spell. Oh, so okay.
Yeah, it creates a 2-mana spell in your hand called Unstoppable Force.
Oh, and you can choose to use it?
Yeah, you can choose to use it, and then next turn, if you didn't use it, it'll create a new one.
Oh, you can stack.
You don't keep the card that's created. So you can have more than one, which also you don't need more than one.
Yeah, because if you use it, it's
all enemies, right? So it's pretty powerful. It's kind of a game ender. But how this deck works is that you get this landmark called Dragon's Roost. And Dragon's Roost is a new card. It's 3 mana. LOR. Sorry, I just want to get the exact name of the thing it summons.
Dragon's Roost.
It's got countdown 3. So in 3 turns, it'll do something. And it says summon an Invicious Vox. So the Invicious Vox is a 5/6 dragon, which says when an ally with Fury, which is the dragon keyword, kills an enemy for the first time each round, create a random dragon follower in hand. Right? So you create cards as you kill enemies.
Yeah.
You get value from it. So how it works is that on turn 3, you drop Dragon's Roost. By the time you get to turn 5, it'll have 1 countdown left. You drop Talia.
Okay.
She copies Dragon's Roost.
So you have 2.
So you have 2. And then you summon 2 Voxes.
Yeah.
Which then create 2 dragons every time a dragon kills an enemy.
So when you copy, it doesn't have that same countdown timer as the first one?
So it copies the exact timer.
Oh.
So if it's 1 timer away, if it's 1 turn away, it copies it at 1 turn.
Okay.
Right? And in order to level up Talia, you need a bunch of landmarks. And her whole thing is that she just swings big. So she's like a 4/5, I believe. But when she swings evolved, she creates 3 2-damage spells.
Yeah.
That either do damage to the enemy, and if it kills the enemy, it does it to the Nexus, or it does it all to the Nexus.
I see.
So she's always swinging for like 10.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the deck is, if you get the cards in hand, like if you just draw shit, like you get blown out because like the individual cards all deal with landmarks, and you have to like summon landmarks to get bonus effects and stuff like that. But if you get the on-curve Dragon Roost and the on-curve Talia, it's just value town, baby.
Yeah.
And then like you close out the game with a big-ass Malphite.
Mm-hmm.
You get the Unstoppable Force, swing unblockable because they're all stunned.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sick deck. I think it's pretty underplayed. I don't think I've seen anybody play it. And then I was like, hey, Blaven, I know you like Talia decks. Check out this deck. And he's like, I have this exact deck. I'm like, oh, baby.
Oh, man.
Yo, we're the hipsters. Let's go.
Oh, my God. Like 2 peas in a pod.
Exactly. But this deck is super fun. I think it's probably the most fun deck, even over the Pantheon Yuumi Voltron deck that I have. And I finally have 3 fully completed decks, so I can play this mode called the Gauntlet that comes out once every couple weeks.
You need 3 decks?
So you need 3 decks to play this. They don't, like, obviously I have 3 completed decks, but it could be anything, right? You just throw cards together. And how the Gauntlet works is that when you go up to an opponent, they have 3 decks, and then you get to ban a deck each.
Oh, you get to see their entire decks?
Well, not the entire decks. I get to see the champions. If there is a way to see the entire deck, I haven't figured out a way to do it.
Okay, so basically guessing. Like they hold
Yeah,
this.
it's like,
there must be around this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have Pantheon Yuumi. You're going Voltron.
Yeah.
Right. So then you each see each other's 3 decks. You each ban a deck each, and then you pick from the remaining 2
Which one you want to fight?
which one you want to use.
Oh.
And then if you win the first match, that deck is locked out, and you have to win with your last deck. If the opponent wins, they lock that deck and have to win with their thing, and it's a best of 3.
Oh, I see.
And it also turns into like a chess timer thing. So like the whole gauntlet,
It's timed?
you have like 40 minutes max.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Oh my
because
God.
like some games can go really long.
Is this on your phone?
Phone, PC, phone or PC.
I'm guessing you're on your PC.
Yeah,
Okay.
for Gauntlet, I play PC.
Yeah. Okay.
But the timer carries over between matches. So if someone's just sandbagging it the whole time, their timer goes down separately from your timer.
Oh, that's good.
So you have more time to make moves, just like in chess if you were to switch the timers around, right?
Yeah.
It's a really good format. You get to play a lot of varieties of decks, and if you have like a setup where you're like, I know I'm not going to beat Mono Viego because he's going to steal my Voltron and I lose, you can just ban it out, right? And it's a pretty interesting tournament thing because you got to build every deck a little bit differently to match a different variety of situations.
Yeah, it's like building out a Pokemon roster.
Yeah. It's an added layer of strategy onto your
That sounds cool.
deck.
Now, what's the incentive here? Like, what do you get at the end?
You get bonus stuff. You get bonus XP, cards,
Okay.
treasures, whatever. And the better you do, the more stuff you get.
Fair enough.
So, but yeah, the game it's just another way to get more cards, to build more decks, and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I will admit, I bought the Battle Pass since last week.
And now you're wondering why you're getting gotcha recommendations in your.
Let me tell you something. I've almost completed the Battle Pass in 1 week.
God. Have you just been sitting there just?
No, here's the thing. The game is so generous. I'm getting my like dailies, so I'm getting like my 3 wins in PvE, I get my 3 wins in PvP.
Yeah.
And then I kind of maybe I'll play a game here and there if I'm close on a challenge, but I'm not playing more than like maybe 45 minutes a day,
Oh, okay.
right? If I'm going to work, like that's an hour and a half commute each way, so I'll be playing some Runeterra to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. For as much shit as I talked about, like Hearthstone or other digital card games, and like they lock everything out, like they really want you to play. And this latest expansion has made deck variety fantastic. And it's not even my thing. Like I started watching like Legends of Runeterra YouTubers,
Yeah.
and even like the people who've been in it since day one have been saying like the deck variety in this patch is the best it's ever been, and PvP
Really?
is so exciting. So it is. Yeah, I would recommend this game.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's free. You don't have to get the battle pass. You don't have to do any of that.
Cool.
So it's actually something I can look at Riot Games and be like, I can get behind this.
Cool.
Yeah, I really like it. And I think the rest of my week was like, it's a lot of YouTube actually. I've been watching a lot of philosophy YouTubers.
Oh. Okay. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, it's just they have a lot of like interesting topics. So
Right.
I watched this one like Carefree Wandering, which is this guy Hans Georg Mueller.
Carefree wandering. I feel like I do that all the time.
Yeah, I know, right? But he's like a philosophy professor at the University of Macau,
Yeah.
and he has his own YouTube video. It's like really low rent because it's just some university professor. But he has a lot of interesting stuff about either like, I guess, philosophy 101, or he's
Yeah.
relating things in popular media to philosophy and how
Yeah.
that works. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And then so I think she's like a philosophy student. The YouTube is Ollie Sunvia. It's this girl, Olivia Sun, and she's like a Zoomer philosopher, I guess.
Okay.
Right. And she has a lot of really interesting videos. She has one about the self-fetishization of East Asia done by
Okay.
people who are born in North America, and how they think of Asia as a country when
People
it's
there are different. Yeah.
is completely different, and like people here don't really think about that and stuff like
Yeah.
that. There was one about like what was the one? She has some fashion ones too. That was pretty funny. One of the videos was, "Is it an outfit or is he just a man?"
What? All right.
Like the social implications of like Instagram filters and how that's warping the
Perception
perception of beauty
Yeah.
on on modern people and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like she has a lot of like really interesting kind of like more Zoomer topics and stuff like that.
Zoomer topics, huh?
Yeah. And yeah, just some other highlight channels and
Yeah.
debates.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the housing crisis in Canada?
I don't need to talk about it. I live it.
Those foreign homeowners or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. It's been pretty chill this week. It's been a lot of card games. I've been playing a lot of Magic. I wiped a whole table, a 5-player EDH game by myself with this girl Bruna, the Light of Alabaster.
Okay.
Just Voltron, baby. I'll just tell you, like, so
This is EDH, right?
this is EDH.
Yeah.
This format's garbage.
Yeah.
Don't play it. I love it. But she's Voltron. I make one big dude swing at the table. I had a 20/20 flying vigilance, means I don't have to tap when attacking.
Yep.
Infect, which means I only need to do 10 damage to kill you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had protection from all colors,
What the?
protection from creatures,
Okay.
and I could block any number of creatures.
Okay.
I had double strike.
You had double strike.
I had trample.
God.
So even if you could block me, it gets through. And then I had a card that says when I do damage to a player, double your life total. So
Make any damage, you double your life.
I do any damage to a player.
Yeah.
So if I hit a creature, nothing happens. But if
Yeah,
I hit any damage to a player, I take my current life total and I double it.
Wow.
And if I have double strike,
I was gonna say you have double
trample,
strike. Yeah, you just go
I
through
double
people.
it twice.
Oh man. Okay.
So nobody had the board wipe on hand. Cleared out a whole table.
Wow.
Played a 3-mana spell. Savor the moment. 1 blue.
Okay.
Take an extra turn after this one.
Oh.
You skip your untap step. But Bruna doesn't have to tap to attack,
Yeah,
so it
'cause you
doesn't
got-
fucking
'cause you
matter.
got Vigilance.
So
Yeah,
it
wow.
doesn't fucking matter.
I bet they would really love seeing that card.
Oh, baby. So it got to the point where usually, like, it's a pretty casual table, and I wiped out the first guy because he told someone else, like, I can deal with the board.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm going to kill this guy first. Because how Bruno works is that when she attacks or blocks, take any enchantment aura from your graveyard, your hand, or anywhere on the field. So even if your opponent has them, and attach them to her for free.
Oh, that's bullshit. Okay.
So I summoned her with haste,
Yeah.
swang in, killed him immediately. And I was like, hey, everybody, deal with this now. And it got to the point where, like, people would summon stuff and not tell me what it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, so what does that guy do? He's like, it's like an 18/18, whatever. And then when I block it
Yeah.
to not take damage, it kills it. And he's like, oh, I get to draw 18 cards. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you tell me that before? Like, they were conspiring. Yeah.
18 card. You deck out that way, but okay, sure.
It's a 100 card deck. You got some room to spare.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's just 100.
99 cards in your commander. You got some room to spare, but yeah. Some guy was swinging at me with like 40 unblockable damage a turn.
Wow.
And I kept doubling my life total on other people because
Yeah.
I made him a deal. I was like, if you don't swing at me, I'll kill you last. Like way earlier in the game when I had nothing. And he's like, ha 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 ha. What? Sure, I'll make that deal. And I kept him till last.
Wow.
I killed his ass. So yeah, it was good.
Magic.
Magic's great. I'm gonna go play more Magic on Friday. It'd be good.
Nice. Like it.
But yeah, that's my week. It's pretty chill. Hopefully, I'm gonna play more games this week because
Yeah.
I want to get through some stuff before the Monster Hunter expansion comes out.
I was gonna say, yeah, like this week I did a whole lot of nada because
No more Bleach.
I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but
Okay.
so actually I had a pretty I said it like a surprisingly busy last few days. Like Friday I took off and I can't remember what the hell we did, but we did something.
We did a thing.
Yeah, we hung out, did something, and then like but on Friday, like yeah, I like overtrained my foot.
You're just so fucking
And then,
yoked,
and then I
dude.
rolled it or something. So like I don't know, not my ankle, but the top of my foot was swollen. It's like the muscle that connects the front of your ankle to your top of your foot, that part. So it was like swollen. I had to ice. I couldn't walk for a long time.
Yep.
Anyways, doesn't matter because like the next day was, I went to an Asian night market for foods and stuff.
Sounds expensive.
Dude, I couldn't walk, so it was just brutal. And it was like in the heat.
You didn't get the wheelchair out?
No.
Dude, you could have got in for free.
I didn't go. But yeah, it's been so long since I've been to one of those, and it was, jeez, I forgot how busy they get.
They get busy. Everybody overcharges for everything.
Well, the thing is, yeah, you overcharge, but at the same time, you have to expect that. Like, these are all these different vendors that are all in the same place for your convenience, right? Which would have been fine, because had it not been for the lines. They were like an hour wait.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, and so I was there, and then I saw some friends, and they were in line. I'm like, how long have you been? And they're like, oh, like an hour. I'm like, what'd you have? Just this one thing. I'm like,
oh my god.
And I was like, guys, I'm hungry. Like I like
Can we go to a restaurant?
I'm like really hungry.
And I hurt my foot.
And then I'm
Gotta
like,
get out of here.
Then I was like, you know what? Korean fried chicken it is. I'm out of here.
Peace out.
And so that's what I did instead.
The only stall I go to if I go to an Asian night market is the one selling the full squid on a stick.
So they had that. That line was so long.
But they always I always see people buy tentacles, and I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, no, they had both. Yeah, the tentacles and then they had just the full squid.
Was it like so? The one here, it was they were selling the whole squid cheaper than just the tentacles. Was that the case there?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing the prices, but
Okay.
yeah. But I think it's the same people are coming here.
Yeah. And I'm like, why would you get just
Because
tentacles?
I
Whole
think that
squid,
night
that's
market's coming
value.
to Hamilton
Okay.
at the end of July
Yeah,
at the Bayfront
alright.
Park.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
why? Yeah, why
So,
would
like,
you ever do that?
The thing with this one is they set up their night market in the parking lot of a mall, but like it's the very back corner and it's a very small space they rented.
Okay.
So it was just caged off, and so like there was nowhere for the lines to go. So you were literally
You didn't know what line wrapped into what line.
yeah, and you were just
Okay.
crammed in, and then when you got your food, there's nowhere to eat in there,
So you gotta leave.
so you got to leave.
Interesting.
Yeah, but like where are you gonna go? It's a parking lot for a mall.
Dude, classic
Right.
Toronto.
Like well, it was Markham, right?
It's even worse.
So like it was just a bunch of Asians.
There's someone
right?
from Markham listening. It looks not bad.
Like, it was really bad. But yeah, no, like it was cool to be doing that kind of stuff. Like I like knowing that this stuff is back. Like
Yeah.
and we get to do this kind of stuff. Like it was fun. Like unfortunately, like the same night was also Taco Fest, and like if I had it my way, I probably would have gone to Taco Fest.
Okay.
That said, Taco Fest is more expensive and probably
Less variety.
yeah.
You were gonna say less good, weren't you?
No, I was gonna say like not as worth it because they're like $9 taco. Who's paying $9 for a
$9
taco? Right?
is kind of fucked up.
Like that is
Not
super
gonna
fucked up. Yeah, so like that was that. And then it was Father's Day, so like obviously Father's Day and stuff. My Sunday was gone.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and then I've been coming home from work and just napping just till my foot gets better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Gotta
really,
get that rest, baby.
Yeah, so like that's why I haven't really.
What are
been
you doing in
much.
video games? Hit the sack, regain your health.
Well, like I wanted to like play games, but I couldn't play racing games because I didn't have my foot.
Just use your other foot. You got 2 feet.
Nah, I got 3 pedals.
You better get bigger feet. You better get a clown shoe. Reach
Yeah.
over.
And then like I wasn't in the mood to read subtitles, so I didn't want to do Bleach.
Mhm.
I didn't want to start anything because I knew if I started something new like Star Wars or Miss Marvel, I would be compelled to finish it. I knew I wouldn't finish it before next week, and next week there's so many things happening. Like we have obviously Monster Hunter is the big one.
Yes.
It's coming out, and I think we all have the early access.
Oh yeah, how early is your early access?
I think it's like a day or two,
Okay.
so it comes out on the Thursday.
Yeah.
So we'll be recording.
But I've been playing since Tuesday.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
No, it comes out on the Fridays. Like it's.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah,
The
and
early access is
Yeah,
Thursday.
and I don't know why I was thinking about taking we were talking about taking Friday off. That's
Yeah.
a holiday.
Oh, sick. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm playing Monster Hunter all day.
like that's Canada Day.
Fuck yeah.
right?
I'm gonna beat that shit in a day.
And then I realized, fuck, I'm not gonna play any video games that weekend
Why?
because it's long weekend. Like I'm probably gonna be going out doing stuff. Like
Don't
shit.
you could be doing Monster Hunter.
I'm gonna like it's the long week. I'm probably gonna be out doing something else.
Listen, I know we're going to that video game convention on Sunday.
Yeah,
But I'm just like, you can't do it every day of the weekend.
yeah.
Have an off day.
Anyways, wait, this Sunday? There's nothing to play this Sunday. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying this Sunday we're going to the video game convention.
Yeah.
So that's booked.
That's nothing. But there's nothing out anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm saying that even if you take Friday off, like you got to take Friday off from Monster Hunter, right?
Well,
To
Friday,
go do
no, well,
social activities.
yes,
But
yes.
Saturday,
I got other.
oh my god, dude, take a break.
Because Saturday is club cycling day.
Vin, I'm worried about your mental health.
Oh,
I think you
God.
need some alone time. You know, to decompress from your busy day.
Like I might have Sunday evening,
oh my god.
but like yeah. So Monster Hunter is gonna be out probably. I can't. I want to say it's Thursday.
Mhm.
It will be able to play Thursday. Or
TJ, you free
Wednesday.
Friday for Monster Hunter? Yeah, you don't work? Monster Hunter all day? Hell yeah.
Yeah. So like that's
Get in here,
out.
brother.
That's out. Well, apparently Blaven's coming back, right?
Oh, he bought the game, played it for an hour, and then sold and refunded it.
Okay.
So he's out.
Well, it's on sale again.
True, he might buy it again.
Yeah. So that's out. F1 2022 comes out actually 3 days before that.
Dude, refund
So,
that
like-
pre-order.
like
Garbage video game.
Tuesday. I know I'll be playing that shit.
You got F1 2021.
Yeah,
You don't need
but
the-
2022.
You don't need, dude, you're the guy who buys FIFA every year. You're the guy
I
who
bought
has
the
Madden
championship
every-
edition,
Oh my
so I can
God.
have 4 days early access.
Return that shit.
I can't.
Return it.
I charge my credit card. It's impossible.
There's no possible way I could do this.
And then Anthony, I bought.
Oh no, what'd you buy? Why are you so ashamed?
Well, actually, tonight I have the beta to Gundam Evolution on
Okay.
PS5.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Makes sense.
But it's begun.
What did you buy?
I bought Overwatch 2.
How do you buy Overwatch 2? It's free to play.
Watch Point Edition gives you.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? What have you done?
It gives you immediate access to the beta starting June 28th.
You're a loser.
You get immediate battle pass. You get immediate skins. You get immediate
Dude,
everything.
You have a problem. Dude, you thought
It has begun.
you thought your loot box problem was a problem? I remember buying you like $50 on gift card and being like, you can only spend it on loot boxes, and you're like, A-okay, right? But now it's gonna be even worse because you got battle passes, you got limited time event store options.
So, anyways, Overwatch
You're
comes out
fucked.
the same day as F1 2022, and then I have Monster Hunter.
You're fucked.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't have enough time.
Return F1.
I don't know.
right.
I don't have enough bodies to consume the
I got this
content.
3-step process. All right, I got the 3-step plan. All right, step 1, return F1.
I can't.
Absolute dog shit game. You already played 3 other racing sims.
But this is
2 racing sims and 1 driving sim.
okay.
Right, you got that covered.
All right.
All right. Part 2,
Yes.
cancel at least 1 or 2 social events.
Impossible.
You can do it.
I have commitments.
No, fuck those commitments.
I gotta see the fireworks.
burn those bridges.
And
All
then
right,
I-
they
and
need
then-
to go.
And then I gotta ride the BC Club.
All right. And then actually mandatory number 3, break up with your girlfriend.
Oh wow.
All right. She's taking up too much time. She's keeping you away from Monster Hunter.
The thing is, like, I have all the time during the week. It's just that the game is coming out on a long weekend.
Vince,
Yes.
you disappoint me.
That wouldn't be the first time.
I can't believe you would do this on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Oh,
That was a
really?
terrible accent. That was
Yeah, I was gonna
garbage.
say,
Oh my
man.
god.
Ooh, damn.
I apologize on behalf of myself
Wow.
to the Italian
You're
community.
supposed to be Italian?
Yeah, I'm only half.
That's not enough.
I'm half and I'm ginger.
That is not enough of an
Yeah.
excuse.
I'm half and I'm ginger. All right.
Jeez. You must be one of them butt to tippers.
That video is so good. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, this weekend we're going to that video game show, so hopefully we'll have something to talk about there.
Mhm.
I don't plan to buy anything, but I do plan to convince.
I don't need convincing. I'm gonna convince myself.
Listen,
I'm gonna buy my
I
shit.
am there for support.
Yeah, I have my list. I'm
Support
good to go.
Buy.
I have my list good to go.
Yeah, but I'm there to convince you to buy off the list.
Off list.
Off
Off,
list.
off menu.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Uh-huh.
All right. We'll
Don't
see.
worry.
We'll see how far you can get me.
It's easy.
I've budgeted out. I'm bringing multiple hundreds of dollars.
Oh man, so rich. Man gets a fucking shunt subscription. Now suddenly he's rich,
Dude, it's $2 a month
I
for
can't afford it.
unlimited manga.
I certainly
you can afford
no,
it.
I can't.
I'm gonna tell you what.
The
Listen,
annual fees are just
all
too
you
much.
millennials need to stop buying coffee at Starbucks.
Oh, I don't even buy Starbucks,
Dude, you buy all this coffee. All right, I've seen you go to Starbucks. You probably go more than you admit.
No, you know what I do? I drink the shitty coffee in the office.
True, it's kind of shit. And then you know what? It's avocado toast. Cut that shit out.
Oh,
All right, that's why you can't afford a home. Avocado toast
when's the last time you see me eating avocado?
all the time.
Oh yeah,
You're hiding it from me because you're ashamed
dude. Like
of all the avocados you
I
buy.
will admit it is the season where I make smoothies and maybe there's an avocado.
Dude, I
in
saw
my
all
mango.
that. I saw all that fruit you're buying, all that food inflation. Dude, replace your fruit with Oreos. They're cheaper.
What the fuck?
They're cheaper per packet, and you can just make a milkshake smoothie. Just blend up some Oreos.
Ew.
Easy peasy.
Ew.
Why spend $7 on strawberries when you can spend $2 on extra stuff Oreos?
Now you're sounding American.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh my god. I don't think so.
The psyop has started.
Anyways, that's it from us. I hope that was an entertaining episode. There was a
Yeah.
lot there.
There's a lot for us to just kind of like
Talk
about ourselves.
It's been fun to just talk about random stuff.
Yeah.
and
That's
not-
why we keep doing this.
Not have to report on a video game.
True. I was third week. I was gonna get kind of overkill, to be honest, even for me.
Yeah, I know. So it's good that we didn't have that. Wicked. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Peace out.